I'm gonna start the record here. So we're gonna do a recap of chapters 11 to 20. No. 11 to 15. My bad. And then we're going to continue off of where we left off originally. So because I'm uploading videos onto YouTube as we speak. I've added up to. This is the portion I'm missing, so I have 16 to 20 like in the drafts on YouTube. So this is the filler that I need to make up for. But anyway, I digress. Let's go back through this recap once again and just pretty much get into it. So, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, so my voice may not be as the usual, but I do my best. I do my best. Wait, father. Hmm? Isn't there anything stronger than an orc? It'd be better to show off my power to a certain degree. If I'm lucky, my progress will be acknowledged and I'll be separated from Hugo. For example, I could be dispatched to a remote area or admitted to an academy. It looks like the orcs I brought in from afar are not enough to satisfy my son. Vicar's right. You should be getting more real life experiences at that age. Butler, there's a creature we captured during the barbarian raid for experimenting, right? Yes, there's just one left. It must be sensitive now that it's been starving for a while. I don't know who's saying this, so I'm assuming it's the butler. Bring it in. Oh? A troll. Father, may I start right away? Sure. Go ahead. I was saying earlier when I first went through this, when I first was reading this, I think it's very creepy that they give them toes. It's just I'm not a feet person, but I just think it's some type of like evil to give monster feet like just human realistic toes. It feels very evil. What a shame. That was his chance. Why didn't he attack? Good thinking. Trolls have excellent regenerative power, so only fatal attacks are worth it. That's why a plan is needed in order to hunt a troll. He's barely dodging all of the attacks. Is he trying to tire it out? Is that an 8-year-old's judgment? Is he really a genius? Now, when they said this part, I'm very confused in the tone of dialogue. So they're inquiring why he's battling that way. I understand that much. But I can't tell if they're leaning towards being impressed or just being judgmental. Because it could be read either way. As far as we know, he don't really have ops aside from the triplets, but he's pretty much subdued them, so he don't really got beef with too many other people. That's his close siblings. Close in the formal sense, not in the not in the informal. Then he not homies with anybody here. To be honest, if I use my full strength that I've hidden, I can easily kill the troll. But tongue tied. But that'll put me in a tough spot. I need to make it seem plausible. For example, by using his power against it. He slayed the troll, but it'll recover in an instant unless the wound is fatal. I guess killing a troll with basketball first technique is too hard. It's impressive that he has accomplished this much as an 8-year-old. Certainly, the basketball first technique is not enough to slice through the troll's thick skin. That troll will die from Beelzebub's hemorrhage skill after a while, but that will be meaningless. But that's enough. Any more can be dangerous, so stop before. I'm almost done. I think I'm near an epiphany. I'll give I'll give it all up if I can't kill it with this next attack. Let's see. How much of my power should I expose? I've already decided the answer. What I want to show is a scenario where I've leveled up from an epiphany during the fight. I wonder how Hugo will react to this. My word. Nani? In Iron-Blooded Sword Clan Baskerville, a person's life is formatically set. I think they forgot a T here, but yeah. About 15 years of age is when one can imbue the sword with mana. That's my other dog in the background. Normally, hounds attain the Baskerville first technique at that stage. But at this moment, for the first time in all Baskerville Clan's history, an 8-year-old has attained the second technique, which is normally achieved at 18 years of age. I did it. What have we just witnessed? A week later. This soup is kinda... I can never get used to this miscellaneous meat porridge. Huh? Everyone's been distancing themselves from me after that incident. Well, I guess that's a given considering the power is everything in this family. It was nice to see Hugo taken aback. Patriarch! Young Master Vicar has already returned to his room. Patriarch! Patriarch! What I've revealed up to now is my Baskerville second technique, and I'm a mid-rank sword expert. However, the truth is that I'm a low-rank graduator and can weakly perform the Baskerville 5th technique. With the troll skill that I got, I should be stronger than the average graduator. I've definitely been eating a lot more ever since I got Beelzebub. These bastards again. Was last time not enough? No, that's not it. We just wanted to tell you it's cool that you defeated Cerberus and the troll. Are you okay? What is this? Two-faced technique or some kind of deceitful policy? So the Korean metaphor for this is speaking of peace while preparing for war. I'm getting goosebumps. I don't feel good. Should I beat them up and then think about it? Young Master Vicar. Butler Barrymore? Young Master. I can't get over how this guy kind of looks like the Colonel from KFC. You should hurry to the Patriarch room. We at 12 now? Okay. I'll never get over the animation. Like, they use a lot of 3D modeling. Like, I would really like to see the people that animate for these manhwas. I just want to see a video like how they cultivate just one panel like this, because this is beautiful. This is truly beautiful. And then hopefully, if this ever does get animated, it's gonna look just like this, no changes. Like, that's how great manhwa is compared to manga. Because manga, they only incorporate a few things, but manhwa eats every time, every time. It's been a while. You haven't changed at all. Okay, yeah, I remember reading this part. This is when he introduces his niece. I hope this annual event goes smoothly. The joint training has always gone without a hitch. There were 2 seriously injured, one each from our family. One, yeah. I will consider that a hitch. It was but a scratch. Morg's children seem to be quite the dramatic ones. Of course, it's because us Morgs are noble and dignified. Renowned mage clan, the Morgs, iron-blooded sword clan, the Baskervilles. They were not always on bad terms. Magic and swords are a complementary pair. That's what a past emperor once said. Because of this, the Baskervilles and Morgs began joint training sessions. Only children within the age of 8 and 15 could participate, and it was carried out in good atmosphere as an annual event. However, a problem occurred. There was a ruby mine in between the Baskerville territory and Morg territory, and blood ended up being spilt over this conflict. As a result, the two patriarchs came to be on bad terms. But they had to continue with the joint training per the Emperor's command. Because you can't refuse the Emperor. That's like treason. Treason? That is why the patriarch's younger brother, Adolf, came in his stead. Whoa, Adolf. Crazy. Alright, I heard news that a supernova has appeared in the Baskerville family. It's a great blessing to the Empire that a rare genius, only born perhaps once a century, was born to the Baskervilles. It's not that big of a deal. He's reacting to a compliment about his child. How unexpected. We're very fortunate. Us Morgs also have a genius in our hands. Camus, come in. This is my sister, Respini's daughter. Camus. Aren't you going to greet the patriarch? You're the thief that stole our ruby mine, aren't you? Give it back. Thief. Camus, what is this impolite behavior? You said that annoying chin beard stole the ruby mine. When did I say such? Before you got off the carriage, an hour and 42 minutes ago, I think. She's a snitch. No loyalty to the family. Annoying chin beard thief. Ahem, there seems to be a misunderstanding. She's just a child. There's no need to explain the Morg's problems with children education to me. Give my rubies back. I can't even do research because I don't have enough. Camus, enough. It seems like the Morgs don't teach manners at all. What do you plan on doing to a child? Are you perhaps threatening an 8-year-old girl? He was planning to cut her. In half. Or chop her head off. Whichever one is the quickest. Because she just kept yapping. I guess the Morgs don't teach their children to not envy what is others. Patriarch, I brought the young master. Is that the Baskerville supernova? Huh? Hey, what did you just say? Camus? Is she? What's with that stupid face? Morg clan's iron-blooded empress, Camus Morg, called the genius of geniuses, even in the Morg clan, which has raised countless great mages. At her peak, she killed all the monsters and barbarians in the Crimson Mountain by herself, and burned them to death on spears, creating the famous border of blood and ashes. Plus, her beauty was captivating, and she was even able to manipulate even the imperial family. She was therefore called the Fire Goddess of Authority. But that's in the far future. She's just a child right now. Why is the ruby mine yours? It's mine. You sure came a long way just to throw a tantrum. A tantrum? Yes, a tantrum. Then I'll explain why the ruby mine belongs to the Morgs. That's a stupid mud like you can understand. That sounds fun. Ooh. Whoa. Why did it stop loading? Okay. Here, I'll explain simply for you. An ice sculpture. I thought we were gonna fight. You should know that top grade rubies come from the mine, and that's situated on the border between the Morg and Baskerville clan called the Joint Security Area, right? The problem is that while the entrance to the mine is on Morg territory, the mine runs underneath the Baskerville territory. As you can see, it's situated so that the Baskervilles cannot take all the mine for themselves. That means the ruby mineral vein belongs to the Morg clans. But you guys are asserting that it's trespassing and interrupting the mining, and rejecting our offer to pay for rent for reading it too fast, and rejecting our offer to pay rent for the territory. Oh, that's right. Rubies are commonly used for magic ingredients. The Baskerville clan doesn't really need to mine the rubies. Right. But territory rent fees? It must be a tragedy for you guys that there isn't any idiot in the Baskerville who would open up the land for you guys just to earn a few pennies. What? You just said that the Baskervilles don't need rubies. That's right. We're only interested in our land. That's why I'm saying don't come in. You guys are the only ones who loot us in this situation anyway. Alright, I'll make you understand who has possession over the ruby mineral vein. This side is your land, and this is mine. Here, then whose arm is this? You're asking whose arm it is that's in my land? Mine, of course. What are you talking about? Why would I be yours, stupid? Who said you are mine, huh? I'm saying your arm's mine. What? Hiccup. Now, his face, looking at his face, it's a very reasonable reaction. And this, to me, this is a quite favorable face that I want to say. I'll explain why. So, he would only be angry if he was talking out of turn. But every point Vicar said was right on the money. It all aligns with what their patriarch is thinking. But he didn't think Vicar would go so far as to damn near assault the girl, right? So he's like, oh shit, now I've put myself in a predicament that I didn't plan for. Because he just brought Vicar into the room, didn't explain what the formalities of the situation was. He didn't prep him to, to speak on anything. If Vicar was prepped, then he wouldn't have, obviously threatened the girl. Only the patriarch would have threatened her, but with the other patriarch in the room, nothing was really going to happen for real. I'm saying that your arm is mine. What? Help me, Uncle! Fool, get away from my niece right now. Uncle, he tried to cut my arm. Marquise, what the hell is the matter? Son, I think you've gone too far with that joke. I'm sorry. It's a common joke pulled within the family. A toy? What kind of toys are you giving to these children? I had no intention of making her cry. Allow me to apologize, sir. Within the Baskerville family, we often play with toys like these from a young age. You think this is a joke? Don't you think you're getting overly involved in child's play, Deputy Patriarch Morg? Now, initially, he was the one threatening a child. Now he's threatening a child. You see how the tables turn? See how the tables turn, Chad? I have some ideas on what to do regarding the Ruby's mines. I'm sure that you would love to hear it too. That's why we should complete the friendly duels first. I won't forget this. You better watch out. The friendly duels between the Baskervilles and Morg had begun. An occasion where children ages 8 to 15 gather and battle it out. While those around the age of 8 challenge each other in theory or mana sensitivity, children around the age of 15 grab the most attention with their live battles. However, everyone's attention was headed somewhere else for this year's friendly duels. Renowned Mage Clan Morg Clan, Camus Morg, Iron-Blooded Baskerville Sword Clan, Vicar Van Baskerville. As requested, the Morgs, we were to use practical training rules and showcase a duel between the two geniuses of the respective clans. I'm only kind of speeding through this because we've already been through it. But I'll take a break after this first 5 chapters and then I'll be back momentarily to get into the next round. But we got 2 more before we do like an intermission break or something. She's casting a spell. I'm a jazz though for y'all. Let me see. O brightest of flame, hear my plea. No, hold on. Actually, let me redo that. Let me see. O bright flame, I beseech your power. Burst. Is that quadra? Oh, well, I don't have a quick spell to get y'all for 4 spells at once. I tried. I know this is fire and ice, lightning. I forget what the other one is. I think it's earth. I think she's only able to cast a spell that's typical for a 15-year-old, but to cast 4 of them simultaneously, that's what you expect from the genius mage of the morgue. Ha! Dodge, weave, weave. Your spells are pretty flashy, but don't think it would be better if you focus on one. Why do you care? You're an idiot who doesn't understand magic. Sand wall. An idiot, huh? That's so harsh. He broke through the sand wall so easily. Is this the power of the basketball basket in the river stinks? I let my guard down. Huh? Boom! Tsunade flick. Why do you flick me? Don't tell me you are going easy on your opponent. I won't let you get away with this. Your forehead might hurt. Don't you think we should end things here before things get out of hand? Sand wall times 2. Now there's 2 layers. You can't get through this. Well, what's the point if I just go around it? Well, I guess I'll play along. Now here's a question. I wonder whose arm just crossed this wall. The answer is a stronger individual. Double flick. Y'all remember in Teen Titans when Starfire got sick and she had that growth on her forehead? This remind me of. I'll kill you. I thought she'd give it up if I heard it like that. Looks like dealing with children is much harder. Although I could crush her neck in 0.1 seconds if I put my mind to it. But that'll cause an entire issue. I wonder what I should do to calm her down. It might be better to let others deal with this problem. With magic like that, I'll slice all of it. The idiot mage that keeps casting flame magic and the idiot swordsman that slices magic. They might be useful. Why aren't you getting hit? You bastard. Don't run away and face me. Let's see if you can slice this. Come at me. Camus Morgue. You'd better have a defensive spell ready. Huh? No! Oh no, Lady Camus. No, Lady Camus's. Camus! Is this Uncle's voice? What should I do? I managed to avoid getting hurt with the defensive spell, but the flame spell burned all of my clothes. Although they can't see anything yet because of the smoke. If people were to see me after the smoke clears up, I'll be a laughingstock to everyone. Please, someone help me. Huh? You? Put this on for now. Why are you protecting your enemy? Should I take the jacket back then? That's not what I mean, but you'll be exposed. I could care less about something like that. This idiot. Why is he taking care of me? Hey, your arm is bleeding. A scratch on the body strengthened by the river stinks. The idiot swordsman must have had some remaining aura on it. She's fine, thank God. The Lady of Morgue is on the floor, but the one bleeding is the young Baskerville. It's hard to determine who won the battle. But wow, look how fit he is. Must be thanks to the river stinks. Just looking at his muscles, you can tell how much he's been training his body. Impressive talent for an 8-year-old. So how was the battle with the Lady of the Morgue clan? It was interesting. I've learned the purpose of this event once again. A battle with a mage is different from a battle between swordsmen. So why did you not go for a clear blow? I was just confused about how to deal with the lady. Letting your guard down in battle will lead to injury. Take that injury as a lesson. Hugo is worried for me. During my youth, I don't remember much about what Hugo was like. He was always so cold, so strict, and so brutal. Rumors of why his personality got so bad was because he lost his first wife and eldest daughter. Well, that's not my problem, though. What do you think we should do with the ruby mines? I believe we should give it away. Give it away? Control over the ruby mines? What's your reasoning? The main task of the Baskerville clan is to grow our territories. The Red Owl Mountain that the ruby mines are located is downstream from the Crimson Mountain. The monsters and barbarians living there will become a problem. If we can utilize the Moor clan well, we may be able to minimize the losses incurred during the expansion into that region. Correct. Once the Moor clan receives control over the ruby mines, they will assign a great number of people there. All we need to do is push the monsters and barbarians into that region. We would then be able to take care of all the problems at once. The rubies will be bathed in the blood of our enemies. If that happens, the Moor clan will have to think twice before they enter our territory. Your idea is about 90% in line with what I had in mind. Of course it will be. That's because it was your idea that you came up with originally. The one in charge of pushing the monsters and barbarians to the moors was me. Even so, I believe we should keep an eye out on the Moor's movements. There's no need for that. I've been increasing the number of hounds scouting the area. You are here, Patriarch. May we converse before I return? You have something to talk about, Deputy Patriarch? I have one last thing that I need to mention. We've been thinking about how we should peacefully resolve issues regarding the ruby mines. Fees for its use is just one of the many suggestions. Then, what is it? The payment for opening up my territory? How about an engagement? Engagement? Yes. An engagement between the Morg and Baskerville children. Which child do you have in mind? How about the eldest son of the Baskervilles and the eldest daughter of the Morgs, my niece? My niece is an incredible child. She looks and has knowledge, and she lacks nothing. I'm sure she will be a great fit for the child known as the small son of the Baskerville clan. My eldest is 25 this year. I'm sure you're aware of the age gap. 8 and 25, it's only a 17-year difference. That's not too big of an issue. I would not marry anyone weaker than my mother. Camus, if you have to marry someone stronger than your mother, you'll have to live your entire life alone. That's my condition, and I'd hate to have a large age gap. I want someone my age or younger. Child, this isn't a buffet of your choosing. I know, and I have no intention of playing around either. Don't tell me. No, you better not. He's a child with the Van surname, not one of blood descent. No matter what happens, he will merely be a small fish in a big pond. This is oddly pissing me off. Well, the most important thing is engagements is what the people involved have in mind. Son, what are your thoughts? I accept. What? This bastard. Well, the most important thing is engagements is what the people involved have in mind. I said involved. Involved have in mind. Son, what are your thoughts? I accept to do as I'm told. What? This bastard. He'll do as he's told? What kind of attitude does he have towards the only daughter of the Moor clan? What? Does that mean he's not opposed to the idea? Is he shyer than he portrays himself to be? Names and titles have no meaning in the Baskerville household. Lackluster people come from those of Lid descent, and great people come from those of Van descent. Are you certain about that? About this child? Adolf Morg, Sixth Circle Master, one of the strongest within the renowned mage clan, and a great supporter of his niece. Child, I don't think it's quite wise to tell you this, but we can't have just anyone become the husband of our Camus. Engagement is merely a suggestion between clans. Seems like he's not satisfied with the genius of Baskerville. Why is this child's body so sturdy? Why aren't you answering? Are you listening to me? I haven't been listening to you ever since you said it wasn't wise to tell me that. To say something like that in front of Uncle. Patriarch, may I have a chance to engage in a deeper conversation with this child? Don't tell me, is the mage of the Empire going to scold an 8-year-old child? He's the child that may become my niece's husband. This isn't a request of the deputy patriarch of the Morge clan, but a request as an uncle. Uncle, you don't have to do this. You'd better stay still. This was bound to happen to someone else eventually. Would you please give me the opportunity to do so, patriarch? Well, if you're that adamant. Child of Baskerville, I'll be testing your ability. Show me everything you are capable of. Yes, I understand. If I show you everything, you might pass out. I'll give you a handicap. He's making a pot. That's my uncle. He's simultaneously using fire, earth, and water magic perfectly. I'll duel you with this pot of water on my head. If you manage to force a single drop to fall, it's your victory. Adolf Morg might have been a difficult opponent before I regressed. This is a great chance to experience the power of Adolf and what he's capable of. This is also the reason why Hugo accepted his request. Before I regressed, I wonder what my win rate against him would be. I think I understand what I'd be slurring when I read some of their lines. They use a very difficult tone of speech that I'm not used to casually reading. I mean, I'm used to reading it casually, but just not verbally reading it. Verbally, it's a little different. All right, come at me then. An assassination will have a 50% chance and a 10% win rate when faced head on. There's no need to go all out. I just need to do enough to satisfy Hugo's expectations. Let's see what he's really capable of. Huh? You can't run straight towards Uncle. My niece, why did you tell him that? Shield magic is best when used against swordsmen. It'll be difficult to pierce through with most aura swords. Tisk. Now then, why don't I go on the offense? Uncle, that's unfair. You never use magic like this when I duel you. Honey, whose side are you on right now? You bastard. I won't forgive you. He's attacking at a speed that makes it difficult, but not impossible to dodge. Look like there's no need to stop them. Show the old man what a young hound is capable of. So this is what he's capable of. The fact that I'm 8 after regression, and the fact that I've retained my knowledge from before. If I can use these two well, I may be able to cause him to let his guard down. I might even be able to kill him. It'll be the same, no matter what you do. Your sword will never pierce through my shield. Is he attacking the same spot without any air? His machine-like movements. I have to admit that his focus and swordsmanship is impressive. However, this is like banging your head against the wall. You should have considered the durability of your sword and my shield. It's good to focus on a single goal, but that's dependent on who your opponent is. You have talent, but you're too weak to support my knee. Huh? Huh? A piece of the sword pierced the pot? Seems like it's full. I was talking about the pot, of course. Although it was a coincidence, he won against Uncle. Does that mean marriage? Coincidence. Having the broken shard coincidentally pierce the pot. Vicar Van Baskerville. Seems like I might be raising a much stronger hound than initially anticipated. Alright. I'm gonna take a brief break. I know I said before when I usually like fall asleep after saying I'm gonna be back, but I will be back to do our live read because we're like what 10 chapters ahead now, I believe. So give me a bit, chat, and I'm back with the update. But yeah, give me a few minutes and I'll be back momentarily. I should be back at like 11, which is 13 minutes from now. Yeah, about 13 minutes or so. So yeah, I'll be back soon.